Hello my dear students, today we are going to discuss about allotropes of carbon. Then what do you mean by allotropy? Allotropy is the property of some chemical elements to exist in two or more different forms known as allotropes of these elements. Allotropes are different structural modifications of an element. Carbon is capable of forming many allotropes due to its valency. There are two types of allotropes, crystalline form and amorphous form. Crystalline allotropes of carbon includes diamond, graphite, fullerene, graphene. Firstly, diamond. Diamond is a solid form of the element carbon with its atoms arranged in a crystal structure called diamond cubic. In diamond, the carbon atoms are arranged tetrahedrally. Here, carbon atom undergo sp3 hybridization. Each carbon atom is linked to its neighbor by 4 single covalent bonds. This leads to a 3-dimensional network of covalent bonds. Diamond is very difficult to break the directional and extended covalent bonding present throughout its crystal lattice. So, it has high melting point and is the hardest substance known. It is a very good abrasive. It is an insulator. The CCC bond angle in diamond is 109 degree 28 minute. Diamond is an insulator because each carbon has its complete set of 4 bonds. There are no free electrons in its structure to conduct electricity. Then what are the special properties of diamond? It is also chemically resistant. It has the highest thermal conductivity of any natural material. It is the hardest material. These properties make it suitable for use as a cutting tool and for other uses where durability is required. Diamond also has special optical properties such as high index of refraction, high dispersion, and high luster. These properties make diamond the world's most popular gemstone. The next allotrope of carbon is graphite. It is a crystalline form of carbon. Graphite has an sp2 type hybridization in it. We know the ground state electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1. Then one of the 2s electron gets promoted to 2p, we get an excited state electronic configuration, that is 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. During hybridization, the 2s orbital combines with the two 2p orbitals and to form 3 sp2 hybridized orbitals. Each carbon atom will form covalent bonds with the 3 other carbon atoms in graphite. The molecular geometry of graphite is trigonal planar with a bond angle of 120 degree. The hybridized carbon atoms are arranged in various layers where they are arranged in a hexagonal arrangement. The layers have weak forces between them and this gives graphite different properties. Carbon-carbon bond length in graphite is 142 picometer. The distance between two adjacent layers is 340 picometer. The fourth valence electron present in the unhybridized 2p orbital of each carbon atom in a graphite layer contributes to pi bonding between the atoms through sidewise overlaps of the 2p orbitals. These pi electrons are delocalized over the whole layer and are mobile. Therefore, graphite conducts electricity along the layer. The electrical conductivity of graphite in the direction parallel to its layers approaches that of a metal. So, graphite rods and linings are used as electrodes in various electrolytic cells. It is also used in batteries. Since graphite layers are held together by weak van der Waals forces only, graphite cleaves easily between the layers, enabling each layer to slide over another. Therefore, it is very soft and slippery. So, graphite is used as a dry lubricant in machines. It is particularly suitable lubricant for machines which run at high temperature because oils cannot be used as lubricants under these conditions. The other properties of graphite includes graphite is thermodynamically more stable than diamond at ordinary conditions. At room temperature and atmospheric pressure, the conversion of a diamond into graphite is thermodynamically favored as the reaction occurs with a decrease in Gibbs energy. But the above transition is infinitely slow at higher pressure, diamond becomes more stable. Graphite is more reactive than diamond. It is oxidized by atmospheric oxygen above 700 degrees Celsius, whereas diamond burns at a higher temperature greater than 900 degrees Celsius. The next crystalline form of allotrope of carbon is fullerene. The most famous fullerene is C60. Fullerenes are discovered by H.W. Kroto and R. Smalley at Rice University, USA. C60, popularly known as Buckminster fullerene, in honor of the American architect Buckminster Fuller. The shape of C60 resembles the dome-shaped structure based on hexagons and pentagons designed by Fuller. A fullerene is an allotrope of carbon whose molecule consists of carbon atoms connected by single and double bonds so as to form a closed or partially closed mesh with fused rings of 5 to 7 atoms. The molecule may be a hollow sphere, ellipsoid, tube, or many other shapes and sizes. Cylindrical fullerenes are also called carbon nanotubes or Bucky tubes. The bulk solid form of pure or mixed fullerene is called fullerite. Nested closed fullerenes have been named Bucky onions. Carbon nano-onions are nanostructures consisting of concentric layers of fullerenes like the layers of an onion. The closed fullerenes, especially C60, are also called Bucky balls for their resemblance to the standard ball of association football, that is soccer ball. The family is named after the Buckminster fullerene, which in turn is named after Buckminster Fuller. Fullerenes with a closed mesh topology are informally denoted by their empirical formula Cn, where n is the number of carbon atoms. However, for some values of n, there may be more than one isomer. One of the important fullerene is Buckminster fullerene or C60. It has a cage-like fused ring structure or truncated icosahedron that resembles a soccer ball made of 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. The C60 molecule has two bond lengths. One of the bond length is between two hexagons. It is considered as a 6:6 ring bonds and can be considered as a double bond and are shorter than a 6:5 bond, that is between a hexagon and a pentagon. A 6:6 ring bond length is 138.3 picometer. A 6:5 ring bond length is 145.5 picometer. Carbon atoms are in a state of sp2 hybridization in fullerene. Each carbon atom in the structure is bonded covalently with the 3 other carbon atoms, so it has a trigonal planar geometry. Unhybridized p orbitals of the carbon atoms are delocalized in molecular orbitals, and this gives an aromatic character to the molecule. Next, we can discuss the synthesis of fullerene. The fullerenes can be made by evaporating graphite rods by applying an electric arc at about 130 bar in an atmosphere of an inert gas like helium or argon. The mixtures of fullerene like C60, C70 are formed, which are separated by solvent extraction. The pure C60 is isolated from this mixture by column chromatography. Another crystalline form of carbon allotrope is graphene. Graphene can be described as a one-atom thick layer of graphite. It is the basic structural element of other allotropes including graphite, charcoal, carbon nanotubes, and fullerene. Graphene is the strongest, thinnest material known to exist. Graphene is an atomic scale honeycomb lattice made of carbon atoms. Graphene is a two-dimensional crystal of carbon atoms arranged in a honeycomb lattice. Each carbon atom is sp2 hybridized and is bound to its 3 neighbors. Next, we can discuss about amorphous allotropes of carbon. These include coke, charcoal, and lamp black. Firstly, coke. It is a grayish black hard solid form of carbon. It is obtained by destructive distillation of coal. It is used as a fuel. It is also used as a reducing agent in metallurgy. Another amorphous form of carbon is charcoal. It is obtained by removing water and other volatile constituents from substances of animal or vegetable origin. It is usually produced by slow pyrolysis. There are three types of charcoal: wood charcoal, animal charcoal, and activated charcoal. Heating wood in the absence of air produces wood charcoal. Heating animal bones in the absence of air produces animal charcoal, which contains some carbon along with large quantity of calcium phosphate. Charcoal has been used as an important fuel for domestic and industrial processes. It can absorb large volumes of various gases and can also adsorb solutes from solutions. The adsorbing capability of charcoal can be increased to a great extent by removing those impurities like hydrocarbons which block its active sites. This is usually done by heating charcoal at 1000 degrees Celsius in a current of superheated steam. The product is called activated charcoal. It is used in gas masks for adsorbing poisonous gases. It is used in water purifiers to remove organic contaminants. It is used in laboratories for adsorption of impurities from solution. It is used in air conditioning systems to control odor. It is used in drugs as poison antidotes for relieving gas and bloating, for eliminating tooth stains, and for the detoxification of the digestive tract. The next amorphous form of carbon allotrope is lamp black or carbon black. It is made from burning oily or resinous material in insufficient air and then collecting the soot resulting from the incomplete combustion of the material. Traditionally, it had been collected from the inside of oil lamp mantles and thus the name lamp black. It is a soft black, brownish black or bluish black pigment. It is very stable and unaffected by light, acids and alkalis. It is used as a pigment in cements, ceramics, printing inks, crayons, shoe polishes and carbon paper. Today we have discussed about carbon allotropes. In the next part, we will discuss about the anomalous behavior of lithium, beryllium, boron and its diagonal relationship with magnesium, aluminum and silicon. Thank you.